Before we begin our Isopods reading, I want to give you a preview of the 3-2-1 reading strategy that you will be completing after our reading assignment. So, our 3-2-1 reading strategy, I want you to be looking and listening for 3 things that are important from the reading. I want you to think about 2 things that you learn, and I want you to think about 1 question that you have after the reading. Isopods. Pillbugs, sowbugs. These are 2 common names people give to isopods. Some people confuse isopods with insects. Isopods are not insects because isopods have 7 pairs of legs. All insects have only 3 pairs of legs. All 7 pairs of an isopod's legs have the same function. Their scientific name indicates this. Iso means similar or equal, and pod means foot. Isopods use all 7 pairs of legs for walking, and nothing else. Insect legs are used for many functions. These include feeding, grasping, jumping, swimming, and carrying. This is another way that isopods are different from insects. Let's take a look at some isopods. All right, I have a picture down here. Okay, so we got to take a look at some isopods. It's another picture. Let's keep reading. There are many kinds of isopods, but all are crustaceans. Crustaceans are animals with shells, jaws, and 2 pairs of antennae. Crustaceans include crabs, shrimp, and lobsters. Most crustaceans live in water and breathe with gills. Isopods are a little different. They can live on land, but they have to be in a moist environment most of the time. As long as they keep their gill-like breathing structures wet, they can breathe. If these structures become dry, the isopod cannot survive. The gills are located behind the last pair of walking legs on the isopod's underside. Did you observe 2 kinds of isopods in class? We did. One kind is dome-shaped and has short antennae. When this isopod senses danger, it can roll up into a ball. That's why it is called a pillbug. The other isopod is flatter and has longer antennae. It is called a sowbug. A sowbug cannot roll up to protect itself from a hungry spider or insect, but it can run faster than a pillbug. Sowbugs and pillbugs feed on dead leaves and decaying fruit and seeds. They play an important role in recycling dead plant material in many environments. Where have you found isopods? Now that we've completed our isopods reading, let's go back to our 3-2-1 reading strategy Google slide. Remember, I want you to be thinking about 3 things that are important from the text, 2 things you learned from the text, and maybe there was something that you had a question about that was not answered in our investigation nor in our reading today. So that's what you'll put here. So let's help you out. So under 3 things that are important, one thing I thought that was important is there are many kinds of isopods. The second thing, or 2 things that I learned is 1, isopods are not insects. And one question I still have is, what is the life cycle of isopods? So go ahead and make sure that you complete our 3-2-1 reading strategy Google slide. Make sure that you put 3 things that are important, 2 things you learn, and 1 question you still have. Please do not put the answers that I have. Let's see what answers you can come up with. Have an awesome Osprey day, amazing Osprey students.